On the 21st of February 2023, it was announced in the York Press that Banks Music Shop of York, latterly York Banks Musicroom, is to close its doors. I have very fond memories of Banks Music Shop. I worked there when I was doing my MA in composition at the University of York, and I worked on the sheet music floor. I had a whole floor dedicated to sheet music. There were a constant stream of quite eccentric customers. I bet I'm one of those customers you really hate because I could look at a piece of music and remember it and not buy it. Today, I would like to tell you all about my concert, which will be entirely dedicated to trains. And there was always a customer hiding at the back in the choral sheet music department. We had to make sure they put all the music back. But then, so were the staff, in a very good way, of course.
Yes. Do you see? Look, he's saying to her, get off the piano. He's saying to her, get off the piano. Come on, kiss it. Oh, yes. You've moved the books. You can't move the books. You can't move the organ books. Francis Jackson's gone in. What's he going to think? Francis Jackson's coming in. Oh, Francis Jackson.
I think of my music as being some sort of sideways tonality.
Look, get the cat. Oh, yeah.
We had to answer the phone to customers from far and wide across the UK and abroad, and we'd get questions such as, "Hello, Banks Music." I don't have a phone anymore, nobody does. Hello, Banks Music.
Do you have the Lloyd's advert music?
Oh yes, The Heart Asks for Pleasure First by Michael Nyman, from the piano, yes. Yes, we have that in stock. I'll get it right out to you. What's the address, please? Hello, Banks Music.
Hello. I'm looking for a piece by Vaughan Williams. It was sung at the 1955 charity concert at 1 p.m. Oh, it had a nice lilting tune. It was in E flat. No, F major. Was that A minor? Anyway, have you got it?
Just give me a second. Hello, Banks Music.
Do you have the Lloyd's advert music?
Why, yes, yeah. Hello, Banks Music.
Oh, you sound like you've got a lovely singing voice.
Hello again. Yes, we've got the music you'd like. I'm sorry, the line's a bit bad.
That's okay.
Okay, so shall we send it out? What shall I put, Miss or Mrs?
Oh, the line is bad.
Hello, Banks Music.
Hello? Do you have the Lloyd's advert music, please?
Yes.
You know, the one with the horse?
Yeah, I think we have that in stock, yeah. We used to pride ourselves on being able to answer pretty much all of these requests, even the really obscure ones. We had some very famous people come in as well. We had John Barry came in at one point. We had John Rutter come and give us a talk. One time, I came out of the basement with a load of violins in my hand. There was a guy standing there in front of me. He looked like he'd stolen the dress sense of a comedian. This guy. And while he was stood in front of me and I was staring at him, he made this gesture. Me being very tired, I went, and then walked away. I thought the guy was just pretending to be Harry Hill. Turns out it was Harry Hill, and I shunned him. On a dull Sunday, we would look out the window and play Spot the Ascot Fascinator and try not to get irritated by this one street performer that was torturing his dog. How much is that dog in the window? Sing! The loss of Banks Music marks the end of a long history of that shop. It's an iconic loss to the fabric of the city of York. It was first opened in 1756 by Thomas Haxby, and the premises were on Blake Street. Samuel Knapton took it over, and he passed it on to his son Philip Knapton, who then moved it to Coney Street. In 1829, William Hardman took over the business, and then when he died in 1855, Henry Banks took over the shop, and that's where we get the name Banks Music. He moved it to 2 Stonegate and then later in 1904 to 58 Stonegate, and that's the premises that most people remember as being the old Banks Music shop before it was moved to Lendal where it is currently. At this old shop there would just be a counter. You would go to the clerk and you'd ask for your music, and then they'd go into the back room and get it. And there were still people who worked there when I was there who remembered working in that way with the old Banks family. Banks Music Shop should not be confused with Banks Music Publishers. The publishers are a great choral specialist that were once owned by the Banks family, but now have changed hands and have moved to Dumfries in Scotland. I started working at Banks Music Shop in 2005, under the last of the Banks family line to have owned the shop, and when I arrived, the wheels were already in motion to hand the shop over to Music Sales, a giant music corporation with its offices based in Bury St Edmunds. The rest of the music room shops are little family businesses that were taken over and turned into music room clones that mainly sold a few guitars and some sheet music, usually Coldplay's greatest hits, some easy piano books and some guitar books. And to this day, I get so annoyed when I walk into one of these shops looking for some nice sheet music to thumb through, and all they've got is that. When Banks was taken over, the fear was that this was going to happen to it as well, but we were assured it's not, and the business chugged on as it had done for a long time, a bit more pop focused on the ground floor. I've popped back there since and been very pleased to find that there's still a large collection of sheet music, albeit maybe not as detailed as it was before, not as many contemporary composers, for example. What I didn't know is that in the meantime, Hal Leonard, the giant music publishing company in America, had acquired all of the music room shops, and the decision to close Banks Music coincides with the decision to close all of the music room shops. A notice on the door of Banks, presumably penned by Nicky, the manager who I remember very fondly, reads that Banks will be closing due to market forces. But what are these mysterious forces? This is just my opinion, but I think modern technology has a lot to answer for. One of the first things that I bought at Banks Music Shop when I was at school nearby in Wakefield, 1997, was manuscript made by a company called Panopus, who are specialist manuscript makers. I was advised to get lots of it because it wouldn't be available soon. Panopus was going down, I wouldn't be able to get it anymore. This I've grown to think of as one of the first companies to go down what has been a very slow process of the demise of the music publishing industry, which has been going on for now at least 2 decades. Panopus made some of the best manuscript to write on. In fact, it's really hard to get good manuscript, hence all those comments on my Let's Compose series, for example. I think of Panopus as being one of the first of all, and though why I can't make a direct link, you can see a certain amount of correlation between that and certain technologies. I'm going to have to split this video in two because it's a long explanation, so look out for the next video in which we talk about why it is that Banks might have closed. It really hurts my heart that Banks Music Shop has had to close. It's one of those fantastic institutions that we no longer have on our high street, and it's getting more and more frustrating trying to find shops where you can just walk in, look at the music and browse and then buy. Much though internet shopping is fine, it just feels like we're losing something essential on our high streets. My best wishes are with the staff, and especially the ones that I knew. Best wishes to you and thank you for your work, and thank you for being a great institution that you were. Do you have any fantastic memories you can share with me? I'd love to hear them. It's been great seeing so many comments on social media about people's experience of Banks and how sad they are that it's closing. Please let me know down below in the comments, and if you like this video then click like. If you'd like to hear my ramblings about why I think it is that Banks is closing and other shops are struggling, as is the publishers, then subscribe and you'll get that next video about the music industry. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, Banks Music.
Have you got that Lloyd's advert music?
We've got it. Hello, Banks Music.
Hi, do you know the TV advert with the horse?
Yeah.
Could be Lloyd's. Yeah, do you have that one, please?